You need to drive forward and reverse your vehicle safely. Working on these exercises will help you to develop excellent vehicle control. You will also learn to carry out effective observation. And you will be reasonably accurate as you move your vehicle. First, you must ensure you only maneuver your vehicle at 2 to 3 miles per hour. You can do this with fine clutch or brake control. On a hill in a manual car you may need both. For reference points to be effective, you also need quick steering. You will not be accurate if either of these is too fast or too slow. You must use the POM routine every time you want to maneuver your vehicle forward and back. To stop and prepare the vehicle to go in the opposite direction will take you 2 seconds. Things around you can easily change quicker than this, so you must check again, even if you only want to move 1 meter. In simple terms, this exercise is slow car, fast steering, POM, POM, POM. When you carry out a maneuver on the road, you must be aware of the camber. In the shower, what happens to the water when it hits the top of your head? Now imagine the rain hitting the road and draining down to the sides just the same. Bear in mind, in a manual car, the steepness of the camber may alter how you use your pedals to move. First, prepare the car to move off, which is clutch down, first gear, clutch up to the holding point. In an automatic, foot on the brake, select drive, handbrake down. Observation: carry out a 6-point check from over your left shoulder to your right shoulder check. When it is safe, move forward slowly at 2 to 3 miles per hour and steer briskly full lock to the right. Look left and right up and down the road to check for any road users approaching. Your speed and position in the road will determine if you need to stop or keep going. To find out where to stop, look under the driver's door mirror to see the curb. To stop, clutch down and squeeze the brake gently until you stop. Now carry out POM to reverse and if necessary, pull the handbrake up. You may need to press the gas slightly to feel the vehicle pushing back. Carry out the 7-point observation check from your right shoulder, ending up looking out of the back window. Now reverse at 2 to 3 miles per hour and look left and right to check for anyone approaching. When you start to move, steer full lock to the left as quickly as possible. At some point, the rear right corner of your vehicle will be closer to the curb than the left rear corner. Now look out of your window. Check where to stop, clutch down and brake gently. When you stop, carry out the POM routine to move forward right and check your center mirror when you are straight in the road. An alternative way to turn your vehicle round to go in the opposite direction is to carry out a taxi turn. First, identify a junction wide enough to carry out this maneuver safely. You must approach with caution and look for any other road users near or approaching. Before committing to turn, make sure you can see well into the minor road. If a vehicle is coming from this direction, they will have priority to emerge. Your turning point is when you look right and the hazard lines in the minor road line up with your shoulder. Before turning, check all round, to make sure it is safe to turn. Turn full lock right to swing round slowly, making sure your front right corner does not hit the curb. As you get to position 3, be aware you are about to emerge at a junction. You must be aware of and give way to vehicles on the major road, it is their priority. If it is safe to emerge, you can continue out and as you straighten up, check your center mirror and make progress. As you approach, pull up alongside the car you plan to reverse around. Make sure there is 1 meter clearance to that car. If you can, stop with the back of your car in line with the back of that vehicle. Or, line up the back of your car with the line at the front of your bay. Now carry out the POM routine, observing from right to left. You should now be looking towards your bay in the rear passenger window. Look for the back of the other vehicle at the back of the near side rear passenger window. If you had to reverse half a meter in a straight line, look round and over your right shoulder again. This is so you are sure it is safe to steer, as the front right of your vehicle is about to step out. Steer 1 full turn left, full lock would be too sharp, and keep looking round as you reverse. Keep the wheel fixed as you reverse, then look in your passenger blind spot mirror. The edge of the curb will form a back-to-front V-shape with the car. When the curb is at 8 o'clock on the edge of the mirror, steer full lock to the right. As the car becomes straight, steer 1.5 turns left to straighten your front wheels. You will now be in the bay, but you may need to shunt forward and back. You must use POM each time you reposition your vehicle and stop so you can move off forward when you are ready. Before you move off, make sure you are fully aware of the movement of everyone around you. Emerge at 3 miles per hour and watch how the back comes out as the back wheels are fixed. As with all of the maneuvers, keep in mind those 3 elements: control, observation and accuracy. Let us look at the 90-degree forward bay park first. In theory, you could approach the bay from either direction. In practice, the turning circle on cars is not very good, so it is better to approach from the furthest lane from the bay. If you approach in the nearest lane to park between 2 cars, you will probably have to maneuver back and forwards. Approaching from the furthest lane will allow you to do the maneuver in one single movement. What speed should you use for this maneuver? Before you reach the turn point, reduce your speed and where should you look? You must be fully aware of pedestrians and any other road user movements. From your normal driving position, line up the near side door mirror with one of the white lines. Steer full lock in the direction of the bay. As the car becomes straight, steer 1.5 turns to enter the bay. Look for the curb to appear under the driver's door mirror, then stop. Use POM to reverse out. When you maneuver forwards, you steer the front wheels, but the rear wheels are fixed. So, you must look at the position of the back of the car as you steer in, not just the front. If you need to reverse to reposition, use POM then. To move the back over 0.5 meter, you need to move the front 1 meter the opposite way. The reverse bay park is easier to maneuver in and it is also safer coming out. Your seating position improves the view as you emerge past other vehicles. Making any adjustments as you reverse is easy if you look where you are going, out of your window. Your hands follow your eyes when you go back, just like they do going forwards. As you pull up next to the bays, make sure you stop 1 meter away from the end of the white lines. Lean forwards so your head is near the wheel and line up the inside door release catch with a white line. Carry out POM, then steer full lock and the car will reverse into the third bay from the white line you used. When you are in line with the bay, steer 1.5 turns to straighten up. Look back to see where you need to stop. When you are ready to move off again, use POM, signal if necessary and emerge safely at 2 miles per hour. This exercise demonstrates your ability to park on the opposite side of the road facing oncoming traffic and moving off safely. This is because it is becoming more common to have to park like this. If your view to move off is blocked by a larger vehicle, you should reverse at least 2 car lengths to improve what you can see. When you want to pull up on the right, you must carry out the MSPSL routine and not impede the progress of oncoming traffic. So, you must wait until they have passed, then pull over on the right using a reference point to line up the curb. Then carry out POM to reverse 2 car lengths. Again, wait for oncoming traffic to pass. In narrow roads, wait for traffic on the left behind you to go, so you do not get in the way. If you have to wait, carry out the observation checks again. You must also signal left and, if necessary, peep and creep. When you are back in your lane, check your center mirror so you are aware of how quickly you need to make progress. You should now have the knowledge and better understand how to apply the information covered in this presentation. If you need to quickly review any of it, you can refer to the Back to Basics book. Or, you could repeat the whole presentation with someone who may also benefit from watching it.
Now take some time to see if you can answer these questions. If you can write them down, that may help. No need to worry though, as you will go over them quite a few times in other lessons. Do you have any questions as a result of what you have covered in this lesson? If you do, look to see if the answers are in our forum. If not, message us and we will get one of our experts to respond to you personally.